Today we discuss problems on converse, inverse, contrapositive. See exercise 1.3, question number 4. Write converse, inverse, contrapositive. In first example, if x less than y, then x square less than y square. xy belongs to R. We first revise what is converse, inverse, contrapositive. If the given statement is conditional statement, that is P implies Q, then its converse is Q implies P. Its inverse is negation of P implies negation of Q. Contrapositive is negation of Q implies negation of P. How to remember this? See, make pair of implication that we call given statement with inverse. That means pair of I with pair of I. Pair of converse with pair of contrapositive. That means after making the converse, we have to take the negation for contrapositive. For inverse, we have to take the negation for the given implications statements. Now, how to write answer for the given statement? If x less than p, that means we have to find two statements first. Here statement p is x less than y. Statement q is x square less than y square. Therefore, its symbolic form is p implies q. That means this is given statement. Now we have to write converse for the implication. Means we have to take second statement first. That is x square less than y square. And second statement as p, which is x less than y. That means converse for the given statement is if x square less than y square, then x less than y. This is converse for the implication or for the given conditional statement. Now see the inverse. In inverse, we have to take negation for given statements with pair inverse with implication. That means we have to take negation of p, negation of q. So the inverse is if x square less than y square. That means we have to write negation for p. Negation of p is x not less than y. Negation of q is x square not less than y square. Now substitute the statements. Negation of p, x not less than y. That means if x not less than y, then x square not less than y square. Contrapositive. For contrapositive, write negation q first. That means if x square not less than y square, then negation q x not less than y. In some example, there is no need to write in symbolic form, but for our convenience, you must write in symbolic form first, then write in verbal form. Now see the next example. A family becomes literate if the woman in it is literate. Here only what if is used. That means after if there is a statement which we consider first statement. That is P statement is the woman in it is literate and Q statement is a family becomes literate. So we write two statements. Number first, that is P. The woman in the family is literate. This second statement we consider as statement P. And this first statement, which is we denoted by Q. Now we have to write negation. Negation of P. The woman in the family is not literate. So we write here not. A family becomes literate. Its negation is a family becomes. So we use does not. does not become literate. Now the symbolic form for the given statement is P implies Q, that we consider as a given statement. Now the converse for P implies Q is Q implies P. So the verbal form is write the symbolic form into verbal form. Q statement is a family becomes literate. So you write if then phrase, or by using given form we use if then phrase. If a family becomes literate, then woman in it is literate. This is converse. Now in inverse, P implies Q, as inverse negation P implies negation Q. So we write symbolic form in verbal form. Negation of P means the woman in the family is not literate. A family does not become literate. Here we use only word if. So this is P statement, and which is the negation of P. The woman in it is not literate, and this is second statement. A family does not become literate. You can write in this way also. If the woman in it is not literate, then a family does not become literate. Contrapositive. We write this statement. So we have to write negation for both statement P and Q. If a family becomes literate, we have to write its negation in its contrapositive. If a family does not become literate, then the woman in it not literate. Now see the next example. If the surface area decreases, then pressure increases. From this we have to write two statements first. First statement is surface area decreases, so we denote it by the letter P. Second statement, pressure increases. So the second statement Q, the pressure is increases. Then the symbolic form is P implies Q. Now we have to write the converse. We know that P implies Q, its converse is Q implies P. So we have to write second statement first. We have to write second statement first, which is our second statement, pressure increases. So if pressure increases, then surface area decreases, or we can write from symbolic form also. If the pressure increases, then the surface area decreases. Now the inverse. Inverse, what we have to, we make negation for both given statements. Negation of P, negation of Q. Inverse negation P implies negation Q is the inverse of P implies Q. So we write given statement is if surface area decreases, then pressure increases. Therefore its inverse is if surface area does not decrease, then pressure does not increase. Here from symbolic form, if pressure area does not decrease, then pressure does not increase. Now for contrapositive, जे आपण कॉन्व्हर्स स्टेटमेंट बनवलेलं आहे त्या कॉन्व्हर्स स्टेटमेंटमधल्या दोनही स्टेटमेंटचे तुम्हाला निगेशन्स यामध्ये घ्यायचे आहेत. इफ द प्रेशर इन्क्रीजेस देन सरफेस एरिया डिक्रीजेस. दिस इज कॉन्व्हर्स. कॉन्ट्रापोजिटिव्ह, इफ द प्रेशर डज नॉट इन्क्रीजेस then surface area does not decreases. If pressure does not increases, then surface area does not decreases. In this way also you can write the answer. Now see the next example. If the voltage increases, then current decreases. So we write P and Q statement first. P statement is voltage increases, so we denote it by P. Current decreases, we denote it by Q. Then the symbolic form of the given statement is P implies Q. Now we have to write the converse. Converse for P implies Q is Q implies P. So write in verbal form. If current decreases, then voltage increases. That means second statement in first position, first statement in second position. So write in place of then if, and in place of if then. So if current decreases, then voltage increases. If current decreases, then voltage increases. Now write inverse. Inverse is negation for both the statements in given statement. Negation of P, negation of Q. So the inverse, negation P implies negation Q, is the inverse of P implies Q. So write in both statement its negation. In given statement write the negations. If voltage does not increases, then current does not decreases. This is the inverse. Now contrapositive. Contrapositive is the negation for both the statements in converse. Negation Q implies negation P. Now contrapositive is negation P. Negation Q implies negation P is the contrapositive of P implies Q. If current does not decreases, then voltage does not increases. Easy way is write negations in both the statements in converse statement. Now next topic is algebra of statements. We have to remember these laws for the simplified circuit or for solving compound statements without using truth tables. See the first law, idempotent law. P or P equivalent with P. That means if both the statements are of same type, that is first statement is P, second statement is P, then their disjunction is also P. If both the statements are same and they are in conjunction, then their equivalent statement is also P. See by using some values. If we replace the truth value of statement P as T, then P or T. We know the truth table for disjunction. If both the statements are false, then only its result is false, otherwise true. That means we get the truth value T. That means if here we replace truth value, we get the same truth value. If we replace truth value by F, again in disjunction, if both the statements are same truth value and that are false, then its result is false. Now observe, if we replace P by T, we get T. If we replace P by F, we get F. That means if we use the truth value T for statement T, we get the same value. That means we get the same statement. That means P or P equivalent with T. See in conjunction, if we take truth value for P is T, then here we also take truth value for T is T and see the result P and T is T. That means we get the again statement P. If we consider F and F in conjunction, if both the statements are false, then its truth value is false. That means we get the same statement's truth value, which is equivalent to given statement. So this is called idempotent law. Second law is commutative law. For example, 2 plus 3 is equals to 5. If you write 3 plus 2, it again 5. In the same way, we use this in disjunction. 2 into 3 is equals to 6. 3 into 2 equals to 6. Same way, we use the result for conjunction. जर दिलेल्या स्टेटमेंटमध्ये डिसजंक्शन असेल, फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंटची जर आपण पोझिशन चेंज केली, एक तर तुम्ही याला ट्रूथ टेबलवरून प्रूव्ह करू शकता किंवा तुम्ही या ठिकाणी ट्रूथ व्हॅल्यू सबस्टिट्यूट करून सुद्धा चेक करू शकता. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, फर्स्ट, if first statement is true and second statement is again true, then T or T equivalent with T. See the RHS. First statement is Q, its truth value is T. Second statement is P, its truth value is T, which is equivalent with T. LHS equals to RHS. Take another value, P or Q is equal to, if first statement is false, second statement is true, then its truth value is true. For Q or P, check it for Q or P. Q statement is true statement, P statement is false statement. Again its truth value is T. That means from this we can say disjunction is commutative. म्हणजे जर तुम्ही स्टेटमेंट इंटरचेंज केले, पी ऑर क्यू लिहिलं तरी त्याची ट्रूथ व्हॅल्यू कंपाऊंड स्टेटमेंटची तुम्हाला सेम मिळेल, किंवा क्यू ऑर पी घेतलं तरी तुम्हाला ट्रूथ टेबल मध्ये त्या डिसजंक्शनची व्हॅल्यू सेम मिळेल. नेक्स्ट लॉ इज असोसिएटिव्ह लॉ. फॉर दॅट वी हॅव बेस्ट एक्झाम्पल. कन्सिडर 2 + 3 + 5. If we add 3 + 5 first, or 2 + 3 first and then add 5, we get the same result. In this associative property, we take conjunction for any two statement first. That means P or Q or R. That means we have to write disjunction for Q or R, and then take disjunction with P, or which is equivalent with, if we take disjunction of P with Q, then take disjunction of this P or Q with R, we get the same result, which we can prove by using truth table also. In same way for disjunction, this is called associative law. Next law is distributive law. This is similar with, if multiplier for the bracket, suppose 3x plus y, that means we have to multiply these 3 to both x and y, that is 3x plus 3y. जसं आपण कॉमन घेतो आणि त्या कॉमनने त्या ब्रॅकेटला मल्टिप्लाय करतो, त्याच प्रकारे तुम्हाला इथे जर डिसजंक्शन असेल तर तुम्हाला त्याला डिसजंक्शन घ्यावं लागते. जर इथे कंजंक्शन असेल तर डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करताना त्या ठिकाणी कंजंक्शन घ्यावं लागते. फॉर एक्झाम्पल इथे पहा, पी ऑर क्यू, म्हणजे या ठिकाणी आपण काय केलेलं आहे, या पीला डिस्ट्रीब्यूट केलं ओव्हर क्यू आणि या पीला डिस्ट्रीब्यूट केलं ओव्हर आर. पी ऑर क्यू जे सिम्बॉल असेल ते, अँड पी और आर. या ठिकाणी आपल्याला डिस्ट्रीब्यूट केलं ओव्हर अँड पी अँड क्यू, पी अँड क्यू, और पी अँड आर, पी अँड आर. दिस इज कॉल्ड डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिव्ह लॉ. दॅट मीन्स वी हॅव टू डिस्ट्रीब्यूट. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज absorption law. Observe the LHS. One is disjunction, second is conjunction. In second property, one is disjunction, second is conjunction, second is disjunction. That means if both the conjunction and disjunctions are included in same compound statements, one statement is repeated and second statement is single statement, then that single statement get absorbed. That means Q statement absorbed, we get only statement P. These types of law called absorption law, which we prove by using truth table also. Next is De Morgan's law, which we already discussed in negation of conjunction and negation of disjunction. By using truth table we can do this, De Morgan's law. Next is complement law. If statement and its negation is given, and we take its conjunction or disjunction. In disjunction we get truth value always. How? See, if first statement is true, then its negation is false. In disjunction, if both statements are false, then only its result is false, otherwise true. If first statement is false, then its negation is true, F or T, which is again equivalent with T. So if given statement and its negation is in disjunction false, we get truth value always. See, in disjunction, in conjunction, if first statement is true, then its negation is false. In conjunction, if both the statements are true, then its value is true, otherwise false. Therefore, conjunction is false. If first statement is false and its negation, we get true. So in again conjunction, if both statements are true, then only its value is T, otherwise false. Therefore, P and negation, P is always false. Now see next, involution law. Negation of negation statement, get statement itself. See, negation of negation P is equivalent with P. Second, negation of true is false and negation of false is true. This is called involution law. Next, identity law. In identity law, first P or F equivalent with T. Means if we substitute the value of P as true statement, that is T, then P or F, which is equivalent with T. If we substitute the value of P as F, then F or F is equivalent with F. म्हणजे या फर्स्ट लॉ मध्ये P ची जी तुम्ही जी ट्रूथ व्हॅल्यू सबस्टिट्यूट कराल तीच तुम्हाला व्हॅल्यू मिळेल. म्हणून P or F is equivalent with T, which is called identity law. In conjunction, P and F कंजंक्शन मध्ये जर एका स्टेटमेंटची व्हॅल्यू फॉल्स असेल, दुसऱ्या स्टेटमेंटची व्हॅल्यू ट्रू असो की फॉल्स असो, आपल्याला जो रिझल्ट मिळतो तो काय मिळतो? F. थर्ड, P or T इक्विव्हॅलंट विथ T. म्हणजे या ठिकाणी जर तुम्ही P ची व्हॅल्यू T सबस्टिट्यूट केली तर T or T विच इज इक्विव्हॅलंट विथ T. P ची जर व्हॅल्यू तुम्ही फॉल्स सबस्टिट्यूट केली तरी तुम्हाला F or T विच इज इक्विव्हॅलंट विथ T. म्हणजे या ठिकाणी या P वर रिझल्ट डिपेंड करत नाही, या सेकंड व्हॅल्यूवर रिझल्ट डिपेंड करतो. म्हणून P or T विच इज इक्विव्हॅलंट विथ T. P and T which is equivalent with T. Again, if P statement is true, P and T which is equivalent with T. That means if truth value of P is true, then result get true. If truth value of P is F, we get truth value F. That means P and T equivalent with P. That is identity law, conditional law. P implies Q, which is equivalent with negation of Q implies negation of P. Last two laws, conditional law and biconditional law, can be proved by using the truth table.